up, motherfuckers?
What up, baby?
I feel like it's far for some reason.
Yo.
We're gonna have to talk loud.
We're gonna have to kiss you when we see you in person.
Let's move a little to the front. Everything's portable here. Doesn't matter.
All right. What up, baby? It's Sucio, a.k.a. Cerberus, a.k.a. Thought Boy Supreme, a.k.a. Lesbian Wolverine, a.k.a. your mama's ex-boyfriend, and the main man himself.
The Creep Kruger Freddy guy.
El Krugis.
But everybody always tells me like, hey, you ripped your sweater, man. And I'm like, that's...
Bro, así viene, bro.
That's Freddy Krueger.
So they don't get the Freddy Krueger reference with that shirt?
No. Like, well, they do, but like they're like, you ripped your sweater, bro. And I'm like,
But did it come like that?
yeah.
Okay.
It has like a lot of slashes and shit. Look, it's like all over the place.
That's like super official, then.
Yeah.
That's not like some shit. Anyways.
We're not talking Freddy Krueger.
You know what this is? This is Night Trap Podcast, baby, and we're coming through with...
video game shits.
Anyways.
No, video game movies. Specific.
So, we went to go watch El Sonic.
But we're going to talk about that one
And because of Sonic...
by the end of this episode.
Because of Sonic, that we appreciate that... Anyways, we're going to get into that right now. But we're going to get into... Oh yeah, shout out.
Cherry Dr. Pepper.
Cherry Dr.
Diet.
Pepper Diet.
So 24 flavors.
Because I know Little Sweet, they're sending me that Little Sweet Funko. So if you did that contest, you got a free Little Sweet Funko. So we're giving you a shout out when it comes in. Anyways, so Sonic did such a great job at video game movies that my homeboy over here wanted to talk about video game movies in general, right?
Well, I think we should mention like the most famous ones, the ones that are shitty, the ones that are shitty but they're good. Because I think there's some shitty ones that are good, that are still remembered.
Okay.
And there's another type of video game movie, which are movies that are based on video games that are not real video games. You get me?
Válgame.
Do you get me or no? So like a movie,
bro,
that's supposed to be based on a video game, but that video game doesn't exist.
Bro, okay, so this is the thing with the...
I know you know what I'm talking about.
Is that we try not to talk to each other beforehand, and even if we do, it's just like a flurry of memes and people yelling at
We're
each
just
other.
talking right now.
So anyways.
We message each other like boyfriend, girlfriend.
So, the thing is like...
Or boyfriend and boyfriend, it's 2020.
It's 2020, baby, nobody's safe. So, you know, when we come in, we do it blind, and I know he said he wanted to do Sonic, but he didn't say video game movie, so now we're really going off the cuff, baby. We're really going off the cuff.
We got the Mega Man. I don't know whose power.
So are we just gonna get the shittiest ones out of the way, or are we gonna get the best ones out of the way?
Well, I'm gonna say, I don't know. I don't even know if we can even do a top 5
video game movie podcast.
But first, okay, so I'm gonna say the shittiest one for me, and then you're gonna say your shittiest one, and then we can say our favorite. Okay, and then we'll do honorable mentions.
Okay. Well, I think it's just gonna go from there.
Okay, so I think for the shittiest one,
starting from the bottom,
it's a fucking compilation.
No.
It's a compilation of movies. You know the guy Uwe Ball?
Hey.
I think he did the worst. He does have good movies.
Which is his good movie?
He does have good movie.
One good movie.
Rampage, which is not the Rampage video game.
No.
It's just a movie about a guy killing people.
First of all, I haven't even seen the Rampage video game.
Which
movie?
Rampage would have been like good if you would have attached the name Postal.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I guess not. I guess he just fucking, I don't know why he decides to buy House of the Dead.
Yeah.
Blood Rain.
Yeah.
What else was it? Not Resident Evil. He did all those shitty ones.
He was trying to do Legacy of Kain.
Oh, thank God.
Console Reaver for a minute, and I remember that game coming out and being like, "Oh man, this would be a really great movie."
Well, Legacy of Kain was awesome. The first one for PlayStation.
And then the one where it's like a
Soul Reaver,
like an RTS. Did you play that one?
Well, the first one is the one that's like an RPG with it top down.
Yeah.
You're Kane. You're the main vampire.
You're the vampire guy. You have to sacrifice.
You suck fucking blood out like from a fire shell.
And Overlord was the continuation of this shit.
But
if I remember correctly.
Legacy of Kain. Well, no. After that, it was Soul Reaver, which is where the fucking angel
series
falls
fucking
and
dies.
Well, he's good. Like those games were good. I mean,
but the series like ended right there, right?
I don't know.
Didn't do part. They did part 2. They rushed it out. They fucked it up. Anyways, so Blood Rain and House of the Dead.
There's more. I know there's more.
Quite possibly 2 of the worst movies in existence.
There's more though. There's more.
Without any appreciation.
Is it
besides the beautiful women?
Dead or Alive. There's like a bunch for real. Just
Bro.
think of like video games, dude. It's something, and he fucking made the movie for it.
No, okay. Okay, did you see The Legend of Chun-Li Street Fighter?
Yeah, that movie's fucking crap as hell.
Okay, yeah, he didn't make that one though.
No,
it's up there in the rankings.
I went to the movie theater to see that shit.
I'm sorry.
Because one of my cousins, he's like, he doesn't live here anymore. Not Dr.
Oh, what's the name of the
Not
beautiful actress?
Another fucking
Lana Lang.
But the one that stood out the most in that movie was Chris Klein. Because he was being so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
He knew he was in a shitty movie.
Yeah.
So he's just whatever. So it's funny.
He was going along with it.
It's at least if you know it's shitty. But I went blank, not knowing anything about it, and I saw it at the movie theater, and I came out like, what the fuck did we just see? But if I would have known that it was bad, I think we would have had fun with it. Because I think it's a funny movie if you know it's bad. If you don't know, you just go see it like, oh, Street Fighter movie.
Expecting the Street Fighter.
Yeah, so that like, so I don't think it's.
And not a Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I don't think it's bad. I don't like. It is a bad movie, but I don't think it's fun. It's a fun movie. I think.
I don't know.
If you're like fucking drinking and like playing drinking games to that shit, it's perfect. Because the Uwe Boll movies are not even memorable.
You know what I remember very specifically is Lady Liberty doing back kicks and shooting zombies like. I think all of a sudden the whole resort of people.
I think Street Fighter the movie is worse.
The first one.
Yes, I think that one is worse than the Chun-Li because that one's not even fun.
Yeah, it is.
I guess, but like, no, I don't even. It just pisses me off.
First of all,
I see that shit.
You see Van Damme. Van Damme is coked out of his mind. So he's just straight up like roid raging.
And it's the last movie of what's the name?
Raul Julia, bless his heart. I mean,
that's his last movie.
Tocayon.
He fucking died after.
He had stage 4 cancer.
He should have just fucking.
And he was still
fighting. Family.
Fighting fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme with stage 4 cancer.
And then a video game came out of this game, and it was called Street Fighter, the movie, the video game. Yeah. And it looked like Mortal Kombat.
It was a straight up Mortal Kombat ripoff because we all know Jean-Claude Van Damme fucked that up.
But it was 10 times shittier.
I remember playing Akuma in that time, so it had to be 1994.
Blanca, dude. Right? What the fuck was wrong with Blanca, dude? No, it was all shitty, dude. That movie, I think that one's probably one of the worst.
He got Clockwork Orange, right? I mean, he became green.
Yeah. And then, his hair is orange.
And then in the game, what happens? Like his mom dropped him off a plane, and then she spent the next 20 years looking for him or something.
I don't know. In video games, anything works though because it's a fucking video game. You can make a cartoon. That's why fucking Play Fighter works, you know, because it's fucking stupid. You know, fucking Booger Man.
So we're gonna go. I guess we gotta go all the way back and say Super Mario Brothers, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Super Mario Brothers, and the reality is that
is not a Super Mario Brothers movie.
I don't, and maybe up till now, or I guess until Sonic recently, have I really felt that their computer graphics haven't been able to present a really good video game movie. Not because they didn't want to, but they just didn't have animation back in the early 90s. To do so, it had to be, pencil, it had to be drawn out, it had to be made into kind of like...
well, before that, the cartoons...
Japanese transfer.
The cartoons were there, the Super Mario and Legend of Zelda, which were fucking crappy as hell.
They were worse.
They're fucking... I mean... Yeah, they were based on their properties and shit, but like, come on, Bowser looked different.
Nintendo really did not put any love into
their
stuff.
Captain Nintendo, or what was his name? Captain N, which is Nintendo, but I mean, I guess.
Wasn't he just like a Captain Falcon ripoff?
No, he was like a fucking varsity kid. Remember? He was just like fucking varsity kid, and he had like.
Oh, the show! Yeah, you're talking about the fucking where he jumps into the shows.
He had a cartoon. And like Simon Belmont comes out and he's a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, he's all douchey.
Like Metroid comes out. Well, not Metroid. What's his name? Samus. Fucking Link comes out. That fucking eggplant from Kid Icarus. Kid Icarus comes out.
The eggplant.
Yeah, it's like that eggplant lady or whatever. Or, yeah, it's from
wow.
Kid Icarus.
Isn't
It's
she
like
a
the boss.
Medusa?
No, the boss. That Medusa is fucking Metroid. It's the Metroid, like the fucking thing, whatever. But the eggplant, because there was like a lot of bad guys, but the eggplant was from Kid Icarus. And he had like a little crown on, remember? He's all purple.
I know, I remember.
It was blackface before blackface.
Mambo Jumbo came out, right?
But a lot of Mega Man came out and he was fucking
wild.
asshole too.
I'm amazed they haven't done a Mega Man.
I fucking watched that show when I was a kid because I was like, Nintendo. I fucking love
Yeah,
Nintendo. Fuck it, whatever. Now I realize that it's so shitty.
You had to call the number to get the number
It fucking.
to be able to register for a contest. And
But-
then you had to send a self-addressed envelope to them after you fucking wasted 150 and then
And
150
already
to
another
get the thing.
150.
Then you had to fucking send a self-addressed. Fuck you, Nintendo. Anyways, all your movies have been shitty.
Go, the Super
Taking
Mario
me
Brothers
too.
movie fucking sucked. John Leguizamo and what's his name from Roger Rabbit?
Dennis
No,
Hopper.
Bob.
As fuck.
Bob. What's his name? What's his name, dude? from Roger
Who
Rabbit?
killed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, but his name, the actor, is Bob.
Does anime exist
Bob
in
Hoskins?
shit?
Bob something.
Does anime exist in Who Killed Roger Rabbit?
And Mario in this movie, he's like from New York, played by, well, was supposed to be Italian from Nintendo, right? Played by an English guy. It's fucking, and then John Leguizamo is like Latino. I don't know what the fuck was that. Luigi and Mario. I don't know. I think when I saw this movie, I thought it was cool when I was a kid. I was a fucking kid. Then like later on, although I do remember when I was a kid watching Bowser or King Koopa and being like, the fuck is this? Like,
So-
why is it a person?
Let me put this out there on a personal thing. I always thought Mario existed in the miniature world compared to the human world, right?
Because of the
You ate a
mushroom.
mushroom, you got big, you got normal size, and let's say like our density or whatever, like was different than the Koopas, than the fucking
You
than
thought
the
about this
Goombas.
way too much.
So, when I thought of the movie as a little kid, I played it. Shit, the first time I got Blade, I was fucking 11. So you don't even
No, but
know
I'm
me.
saying that you're like thinking about this now.
I'm thinking about it now.
And then
So
I'm up in a bubble with like fucking Mario.
So I really did think that when they were gonna make the movie, it was gonna be more of a Incredible Shrinking Man situation, Honey I Shrunk the Kids thing, where Mario was gonna be small and there was gonna be giant turtles, which I thought would be more practical. You make a bunch of turtles and you make the guy kind of.
I think maybe it would.
That's what I thought it was gonna be, and then I saw futuristic dystopia, fucking
I think it would.
Demolition Man.
It would have worked better, dude. If like even like let's fucking take that Mario's from New York or whatever, and the girl or I guess Princess Peach is from New York. It would have worked better, dude, if they go to a different dimension, and then Mario has to save fucking Princess Peach or whatever.
Well, isn't that what Sonic is about? Like this Sonic, like it started off
Well, kind
very
of.
much in its
Yeah,
own
I think.
universe.
But I'm saying Mario. I think it would have worked if he was like a human, and everybody else isn't in a different world, I guess. Like, and then people say like, well, they didn't have the technology or whatever. Dude, Jurassic Park came to. Don't fucking tell me there was no technology, dude.
I mean, they could have just made all the mushroom people just kind of like mushroom looking, or
You
giving
know
them
what would
a
have been
hat or
better,
something.
dude? If they hadn't made this.
And it would have just been regular people, right?
But now a Mario movie's being made. But it's all CGI though, so. Well, it's gonna be like a cartoon. So, I mean, I think that's a better
So,
way of
so
doing it.
are we gonna give it a better chance if it's a CGI movie, or
Yeah.
because there's a random guy talking?
No, yeah, I think I think that this one has a better chance of being good because there's two examples that I was telling you right now of movies that are based on video games that are not real video games. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, okay.
Those movies are good, and they're about video games. Yeah, there's references to video games that exist, but at the end of the day, the game Fix It Felix is not a real game. It was a game invented for, and it's a pretty cool game, dude. I have the little arcade machine, but it's a game that was made from Disney, you know, to put all these, even that Crush game, the racing candy, whatever, where, you know.
Yeah. Where the main chunk of the story is.
So that movie's great. That's a good appearance of Sonic right there. Sonic is there. There's like the Street Fighter characters. I think that the only license that they didn't get was Nintendo. There's no Mario, but I think it's because Nintendo is so fucking apprehensive of lending their shit, kind of like Toho with Godzilla, because they ruin their shit every time that they license it out.
Yeah, it's always a cliche joke.
Let's remember the CDI games, dude. Those games are shit. And Nintendo was like, you know what? Never again. Never the fuck again, dude. Never again you're gonna see Mario in a different system. Just because they fucked it up with
the Faces of Doom.
Because they fucked it up with
because it was like a leapfrog game.
So
you know, my cousin.
No, it's even worse than that.
My cousin had Faces of Doom, and I remember telling him, I was like, man, remember that game we played as little kids? Like, what was that? He's like, that was a Zelda game, fool. Like, you don't even know.
Yeah, that's just fucking.
I had no idea, and even to this day, I remember it going like.
Look for them. There's three. There's one where you play Zelda, where you play as Zelda. There's one where you play as Link. And
I just remember that graphics. Just
and there's
like
games.
So
there's
weird.
Mario games too in there, and they suck.
But
Hotel Mario is the one.
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti. Luigi, look! It's from Bowser. Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. The princess is now a permanent guest at one of my 7 Koopa hotels. I dare you to find her if you can. We gotta find the princess. And you gotta help us. If you need instructions on how to get through the hotels, check out the enclosed instruction book. Looks kinda peaceful. Looks are deceiving when Koopas are involved.
That's like a bourbon time thing.
That's
right?
even worse than fucking Mario is Missing, dude. Which Mario is Missing is a educational game
where you had to spell things.
It's
like
an educational game.
Shit.
Well, you had to go and like answer questions about art,
Yeah.
about like world shit. But anyways,
well, you know, if
I think Wreck-It Ralph did it good. So I think Mario's is gonna be good as well. I think that right now animation movies, aside from like that kiddie shit, like fucking Frozen 2. That movie fucking sucked, dude. I'm sorry. Frozen. After I saw Frozen 2, dude, I appreciated Frozen. And that's a lot to say.
That's a jump.
Because I used to hate Frozen, but it was only because my daughter was at that age where she was like really little, and all she wanted was Frozen. So that's why I kind of hated it, because I was like, I'm fucking sick of this shit. But now, when we saw Frozen 2, even my little girl, where she's not little anymore, she's like, yeah, this movie fucking sucks.
Well, how long has it been between both of the Frozen?
Like fucking 8 years?
8 years between two
It has
movies?
to be like 8. It has to be between 7 or 8 years. Yeah, because my daughter
That's strange.
was like 3 years old when Frozen came out, and she's 11.
She's 11 now.
Wow. So she even outgrew that shit, and she was like, nah, like this fucking sucks. And it's bullshit that you say like, oh, well, they outgrew it, because Toy Story has been good consistently, and it has been good from when we were kids all the way till now, and I'm fucking 35 years old.
Well, I think it's, you know, the base root of all stories, and this is coming from me as a writer, it's, you have to have, your central idea has to be simple. Toys come to life. Vampires, die in the sun. You know, it has to be a very rudimentary.
You know that
rule.
if they do the Super Mario movie, like the whatever.
What's gonna
now,
be the rudimentary rule?
Yeah, but
Eating shrooms?
I don't think we're gonna. I think we think all these ridiculous shit in our head, and they have a pretty good idea what they're gonna do. But what I can bet you though is that there's gonna be at least one new character in this shit. They always have to have something new, because it'll probably be about like, oh, we have to beat Bowser, and at the end of the day, there's somebody way worse than Bowser that's like, controlling everything.
You know, in the history of the Super Mario games, I've always seen that maybe Bowser is the main bad guy, but there's like, okay, in Super Mario RPG, it was a giant sword that fell out of the sky and kicked Bowser out of his castle. You always had
there was always somebody else.
Wario's, right? The Wario's that were like competing with Koopa for like treasure.
I think that it's like Batman and the Joker.
The ghosts have their own like.
It's like Batman and the Joker.
Shit.
Yeah, Batman always has to fight the Joker. The Joker's always there, whatever. But there's always another threat.
But in Super Mario RPG, they team up.
And I think it's gonna
be one of the best teams.
It might be like that then. You know, that'd be fucking cool.
If they did a Super Mario RPG movie, and this is just me being.
Well, this could be the Mario RPG movie, but they're not gonna call it that. They're just gonna call it.
They added
Mario
2 new
movie.
characters in those. Anyways, whatever.
Yeah, that fucking cloud head and the puppet thing and.
You played it? Oh.
I finished that game, dude, when I was a kid, dude. I used to love.
I love that game, dude.
Yeah, I used to love that fucking game.
That's a really. So, anyways,
this
what I saw when you talking about them not having good licenses, really it was Ready Player One, which I read that book. A lot of people read that book. It was on a lot of top 10 lists for stuff that.
A lot of people that saw the movie and that read the book though. They're very different.
Absolutely. And this is what I'm getting at, where you said they didn't have the license to get Mario. Ready Player One was impossible to get all those. It was not. I mean, you're talking about the Leopardamon from Spider-Man 1976. You're talking about Gundams. You're talking about
Ready Player One. Dude, you should appreciate that movie at least for the fact of the people, dude, that had to go through buying licenses. Just to show a second.
Battletoads.
Just to show.
I mean, in an instant.
1 second, dude, of like something, dude, that was in the background.
Yeah.
They had to pay how much fucking money out?
I mean, there was so much in that one that I really did.
There's no way that they can show that movie in the theaters again, dude, because they would have to pay all those fucking licenses. Freddy Krueger comes out in that shit.
Freddy Krueger does come out.
It's like a second where he's jumping.
What's the other one?
Iron Giant is
Iron Giant is the main fucking
yeah.
dude. But, you know, they really couldn't do
the DeLorean is
all
like the
those
most
stuff.
prominent one, I guess.
And, you know, I remember thinking, like, man, how are they going to do it? It's not going to be possible. And for sure it was not possible.
Well, my wife saw that movie, my wife is a book reader. She's not a movie watcher. Now she is more. But a lot of these fucking properties, she knows what they are, but she didn't really like appreciate what she was a kid because she was reading books, you know. So when I saw this movie, I was like what the fuck, man? Like, holy shit, what? Oh, look, where's that? Holy shit, like just fucking geeking out. And at the end, she was like, yeah, it was an okay movie. But to me, it wasn't okay because I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like this shit and that shit. So, I mean, I get it.
It impressed you not going in with the book.
Yeah, because but when I heard, I heard this podcast where they were talking about, like book and, well, the book is based on properties that were older because the book is older, and it makes sense. I was like, well, they had to.
That old. It's like.
But it's older than that, though. It's older. They're referencing more of like Atari and like 70s.
Well, there was a big return to stuff where it was like Bandersnatch and what do you call it, Black Mirror. You got MUDs coming out, that Gino Ito, like survival horror MUD, that's just you putting commands and making sure that the dudes don't eat you. Like, I think we're going back to this old retro style, what do you call it, Overtale, things like that. But at the same time, that's going to be upgraded again and again.
But when they were saying like, hey, like what the fuck, like this, you're just basing that the movie's good on nostalgia or whatever. Bullshit, because there was a movie made before this that had a lot of nostalgia and it fucking sucked. And it was called Pixels. So don't fucking come at me with your.
But the cursed one, Adam Sandler touch that. You know, I think it's
No, but I don't think. I think people a lot shit on Adam Sandler because of the grown-up movies, most of all. Because like they say like, oh, they just go on vacation, and then I was like, yeah, and then you go see it. Like, are you a fucking dumbass? Like, don't go see the movie, dude. If you're gonna talk shit, don't go see the movie. I didn't see it.
I don't know. The best Adam Sandler movies that I remember were like Punch Drunk Love, obviously Waterboy, and
Happy Gilmore, dude, Billy Madison,
but
bro.
Really, it was like
The Wedding Singer. He has a lot, dude.
there was one he did
Big
with,
Daddy.
with Penelope Cruz, Big Daddy, with Penelope Cruz, where he was like a chef, and that was not a funny movie at all.
No, there's a lot of.
But
like,
it was a good movie because he was.
Well, Punch
it
Drunk
wasn't,
Love is not a funny movie.
it wasn't Adam Sandler being like, oh, holy, like, you know, Little Nicky. Nobody even likes Little Nicky, and it's one of the best ones.
I think that Little Nicky now is coming back to a lot of people because like they grew up with it, I guess.
Well, I think they couldn't do the whole.
To me, the best is Happy
Satanic
Gilmore.
Panic still was existence in 1999.
Happy
whenever that
Gilmore
came
to
out.
me is for me is the best Adam Sandler movie. That one.
Happy
and
Gilmore.
Close number 2 is Wedding Singer, and Wedding Singer is not even wacky fucking funny. I think that one's just 80s funny. You know, like it just went back to the 80s.
But okay, when Adam Sandler has the mix of humanity and stupidity, we like him.
Because I even
But
like
when he's just like a dumb, completely fucking
like Jack and
moronic,
Jill.
Yeah, I mean, Cliff,
the worst.
and all these things.
Pixels.
Even people are saying, what do you call it? That fucking the Uncut Gems. He's almost like a joke in half of that movie, but then the other half you believe him because it's like a believable character that's fucking.
And I like it. I used to have his records. I used to love Adam Sandler.
The Shandika.
The peeper. It was John Lovitz. Remember? He's like just peeping on people, getting naked,
Dude,
acting like he was a fucking squirrel. They'd be like, "What is that? Is that a person in the tree?" And then he's like, "A squirrel." Stupid ass.
I used to love John Lovitz was one of my favorites growing up.
That's the ticket.
Oh man, you're talking about it stinks.
And the fucking he's going insane. And the Wedding Singer, and I'm reaping all the benefits. Anyway, we digress. Pixels was a bad movie, so don't tell me that nostalgia just fucking. It has to be good. That's why Wreck-It Ralph was good. I think Wreck-It, it wasn't called Wreck-It Ralph.
You know what else they said was bad?
What's it called?
It was Warcraft.
Ralph.
Did you watch Warcraft?
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Well, that one is a little bit not as good as Wreck-It Ralph, but it's still good. Emoji Movie sucks. But Warcraft, I didn't see that movie,
So, okay.
and there was a big push for people to watch that movie.
I have been a fan of Warcraft since the first game, the RTS, you know, Tides of Darkness, Frozen Throne, all that stuff. I played the online stuff for years. I got World's First, you know.
I didn't play the online
server.
stuff. I used to play the main games, Warcraft 1 and 2.
I went into the movie with a very extensive knowledge of the game because I played it since I was fucking in elementary school.
Well, I mean,
Watched the movie.
did you even have to? I think World of Warcraft was the one that brought all the fucking lore and shit, because the first and the second game was pretty much humans versus orcs, and you pick humans or you pick orcs, and then you just like build barracks, build, you know, like.
Well, I think the game that really had the first beginnings of like full-on storytelling was 3, because they talk about the undead, they talk about the demons in the other dimension, whatever. So I went into the movie knowing a lot, and for what Warcraft the movie was a great starting movie. It was a great opening movie. It introduced enough stuff. It didn't tell you about these things. It set up everything, and it made everything look cool. It wasn't shitty. You had badass fights. It didn't have forced characters. It wasn't like a forced love interest. It was just people fighting orcs and doing all this crazy shit. And that movie was not given a chance for shit at all. And it was actually very.
I think that it was. They said it was decent, but they said that it was a little too long.
I guess.
Cause yeah, I think that was like one of like in the middle of like, cause now movies have to be like fucking 3 hours, 2 hours long, dude. And I think that's kind of bullshit, because I feel like a lot of good movies are like an hour and a half, dude. And
well, I don't understand. Somebody even said it. They said that movies were made to be trilogies, and you're supposed to cut that shit up in 3 different pieces and give
so that's
people
what they did back in the day.
a reason to come back and watch.
Remember, back in the day, if your movie was like 2 hours, they would edit it back down to 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude. They would have to
That's
be.
for TV though.
Because not even just for TV. I think because people didn't want to be at the fucking movie theater for 2 hours straight, and plus trailers and shit.
Okay, but this is the thing too. Theaters were both treats and escapes from things, because theaters were some of the only places that had air conditioning.
Yeah,
air conditioning wasn't.
Remember,
well,
they would do the Grindhouse movies, but the Grindhouse movies had breaks in between, and each movie was like 45 minutes long, dude. That's why the actual Grindhouse, Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, are an hour and something, and like 10 minutes each, because there's no fucking way that you put 2 hours and then break and then another 2 hours.
I don't know, they gotta do some fucking Twilight Zone shit.
Yeah, but I mean, remember too, back in the day there was intermission in movies. And 90-minute movies, there was an intermission, right? Which in Mexico they still.
Well,
do.
back in the day, we had to drink from different water fountains.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that it's good or not. I mean, to me, I do love to be in the fucking movie theater, but then again, I don't have a job, dude.
I am a theater experienced person where I want to go to the movies.
Dude, but my wife doesn't like to go to the movies.
Dude, I'm telling. So we went to see Planet of the Apes. I think I said this before. We went to see Planet of the Apes opening weekend. Right, 6 p.m. in the evening, and packed theater, first day, first Planet of the Apes with James Franco, right? So we get to the point where Caesar speaks to the dude and tells him no, and this is why I love movie theaters, right? So there's 3 or 4 rows ahead of me. There's these 2 old ladies, right? And the old lady says, "I know, habló el chango." And it was just like the most realist reaction to a person who, you know, the kids took them to this movie. This 80-year-old lady who doesn't know what the fuck, like, you know, maybe she doesn't even care about Planet of the Apes or whatever, right?
She went to sleep.
Her reaction was so real.
She went to sleep.
The whole entire movie theater
like
started laughing because it's true. It's like, oh shit, what would you do if that fucking monkey started talking? Like, you know, to me, the theater has always been like, they purposely stuck people in the chorus. They would call the chorus during plays so they could talk to you. Like, it's meant to be an experience where somebody's yelling. You know, you go on stage and you get a heckler.
That's why now they have those fucking showings where you can yell all you want and shit. They did that shit for Cats, where you could throw your shoes at the fucking screen and shit.
Bro, I took my chick and my homie and my other homie to Cats.
Me you went to, oh, what?
Dude, I got a call in the middle of it. They're like, oh, I gotta go to work. I left my chick there. I left fucking my friends there. Like, oh,
that was a good thing that happened.
Like, what? Dude,
Let
me give you a quick movie review of Cats while we're in the middle of this video game one. So the saddest part of Cats, of watching Cats, right? It's a movie theater full of obvious theater people who fucking like cats.
And they're hating it.
And dude, they're white knuckling. Like in the thing, and this lady that's obviously like an art teacher. Like you could tell she's an art teacher.
Yeah, they want to have that scarf.
She has super creative, fucking like a badass hat. I was like, where's this? That lady has a badass hat.
Remember, you know what? Which one? Remember the lady in the faculty, dude? That like, she's like this nerdy, like.
Oh yeah, she does the flip.
Yeah, and then like when she does the flip, she has makeup and shit. That's how they look. That's how they look.
So all these people who obviously went to go watch Cats realistic, you know, because they love cats, they were just like, and I'm sitting in the top corner watching all these people like disappointed. Anyways, that's my cat review. That's my fucking thing.
1 out of 0. Or 0 out of 0. 0 out of 10.
Everybody gave that shit. I left to work.
No, but let me talk video game movies.
Sorry,
Coming back.
sorry.
No, it's fine. That's why a podcast, dude. We were fucking crazy. Oh, we have a new intro. If you guys fucking check out that intro, dude.
We're trying to get some stickers going.
Chef's kiss. We'll talk about
this guy. We're gonna go back to this one.
But ones that I like and that are bad, but I still like.
Video game.
Only
movies.
2. Yeah, only. I think. Is there 3? Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
I like the first one.
There's 3 now?
I don't know. I think there is. The CGI one that's all slow. Yeah, it's just all CGI, but like fucking like Sub-Zero and shit, and like Scorpion moves like so slow. They're not like they're almost like get over.
Once the tournament begins, I can no longer help you.
Watch out! Watch your backs!
Okay,
Well, I like the second
okay,
one.
we're gonna get Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, right?
Is it
Mortal Kombat 1,
and then Annihilation?
and then Annihilation, and then I think that third one is like Kung Fu Monks or something.
It
Right?
fucking sucks.
Shaolin Monks.
Something.
It's attached to Shaolin Monks.
It
The game.
fucking sucks.
So okay,
They're bad movies.
The first one, great, memorable. Came out at the time. You know, you had cutting edge graphics.
And it was the story of the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
It was the story of the game. You know, Liu Kang is supposed to be the hero, which he is. Raiden is supposed to be the master that teaches the
Yeah.
hero how to, which he is. What's his name? It wasn't Shao Kahn. It was Shang Tsung is the bad guy. Shang Tsung is, and it is like
And
it's-
another legendary role by I think his name is Be Quiet. Don't fucking quote me on that. It's something with an L. I know there's an L in that man's name, but he's been in so much stuff,
So-
even recently.
So that one is straight up faithful to the video game,
Uh-huh.
dude. Like, you know, Johnny Cage is that Hollywood
The
fucking
Scorpion-
playboy.
The Scorpion thing came out and was actually more of a demon-y thing, right? It was just like,
Well,
which was the game.
I think on the second one is where they actually show where it comes out of the head. Remember?
I'm gonna quote and say it was the first one.
And it looks like a flight track.
I'm gonna say that's the first one.
Okay, because I remember even the commercial. It was like the get over here.
And Sub-Zero, the Sub-Zero fight was good.
Sub-Zero.
And okay, Tom Savini made Goro, if I remember correctly.
Well, in the second one, that's when Shao Kahn, which is faithful to the second game, dude. So like, they're actually following the fucking game.
Animalities?
Well, one, no, it was just a dragon.
No, because Saber Wolf.
No, Saber Wolf.
No, that's
No,
Saber.
Nightwolf.
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 Sorry, we're crossing over to
Saber Wolf is
How
Killer
Killer Instinct hasn't
Yeah.
had a fucking.
Well, Killer
game.
Instinct is a ripoff of fucking Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, for sure.
But
don't tell me you wouldn't rather see a Killer Instinct fucking.
Only some. I like the wolf. I like Glacier. I like some of them.
Dude, everybody in that thing is cool.
Primal Rage.
Now I would want to watch a Primal. Do you remember the
It's
Primal
just
Rage
Godzilla.
show?
It's just King Kong versus Godzilla.
No, they talk. The Godzilla's talked for like 2 movies.
But
3
anyways, the fucking Mortal Kombat movies, I think they're good. They're not in a like Oscar, you know, like no, come on.
Hippity clap.
I think they're like a good watch for like fun, you know, like just let's just watch some.
The first one.
Yeah, I think
Not the second one.
The second one's a little worse, but I think it's still like. That's because when I put it in comparison to those Uwe Boll fucking movies, dude,
Oh,
they don't compare.
Oh, they're legendary performances. If you're gonna take that one to this one, you're
That's-
comparing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, not even the Mario Brothers, because the Mario Brothers movie I can't watch, dude. And they say like, oh, it's not even that bad, but I just can't.
Mario Brothers is pretty bad.
It just fucking, you know, like seeing Bowser like that, Joshi, dude. Like, come on, dude. Like, it's just fucking them getting those fucking jump boots. Like,
Yeah, that's when the movie died.
Like, fuck.
Let's be real, like,
I
when
wish-
this motherfucker had
And I remember
jump boots
Pizza
and,
Hut was like promoting that shit. Cause remember back in the day, Pizza Hut would sell toys. It wasn't like McDonald's. McDonald's they gave you free toys with your Happy Meal. And Pizza Hut,
It was like $10,
yeah,
but you got
12,
like
whatever.
a cup and a
Yeah,
tape.
or they would give you like monillos or like
Yeah.
it was like quality shit. But
Python Pizza here, may I help you?
King Koopa here.
Oh, yes, sir.
I'd like the Koopa special.
Pterodactyl tail on that?
Yes, dino, lizard, hold a mammal, no worms, and
I
It
remember
wasn't cheap, though.
I remember that Super Mario shit, and I was just like, I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I want any of this shit, cause I don't know, dude. And people talk about like, well, what other properties would be a cool movie, you know? And then a lot of people are like Metroid. I was like, well, Metroid is based on Alien.
Well, Metroid is essentially Silence
Well, it's Alien, dude.
with just one character that's
It's Alien, dude.
it's Alien 1
That's what they did because
and Alien 2 combined.
because back in the day,
Aliens.
Nintendo was not buying licenses.
Yeah.
Ironically, they weren't getting any licenses from anywhere. they were doing their own properties, so they would just steal the ideas, which was Metroid, was fucking Alien. There's other Punch-Out, dude, it's just Rocky. So it's like people are like, make a Punch-Out movie. It's like, watch fucking Rocky, dude. That's your Punch-Out movie. Yeah, there's only one bad guy, you know, like one bad guy that's the main guy. Punch-Out is all about like all these different bad guys that you're fighting. Ding, ding, ding. But come on, dude, like there's like even references, you know, in Punch-Out for the Rocky fucking, you know, like Apollo Creed is there. They're all there.
Which one is Apollo Creed?
It has to be the black guy, the first one that you encounter. What's his name, though? Because there's not Mr. Sandman.
No, there's not even that many black fighters.
Yes,
they're all dumb white dudes.
No, the Jamaican guy, the Mr. Sandman is black. There are a bunch.
It's only 2 or 3. The racial epithets
there's even
go all around the world.
There's even a wrestler.
Except for
there's
Mike Tyson is the baddest one. Like, and that's it. You don't need.
No, and the other guy, the one that has that's the one that's like Apollo.
No, he's like a German man.
No, the one that has like a little.
In the last few levels.
He has a mustache and he has a buzz cut.
The buzz cut. I do remember that.
Like he's black, dude. He's completely black. What are you talking
I
about?
don't think he's black. I think he's like some sort of Polynesian or something.
I think he's black. He even has a gap on the teeth, like Mike Tyson.
No, well that's Mr. Sandman /
No, Mr. Sandman has different hair. He has like he's like fucking super buff and he has like the.
Doesn't he have like
He
the
doesn't
buzz
have
cut?
a buzz cut. No, he has like the square. This guy has that one that's like the army, like fucking all like almost bald here and like just the top. Mr. Sandman has a full set of hair.
Oh, he's got a fuckboy haircut.
He has a whole set of hair, dude, and he just looks like an asshole. Not because he's black, because he looks like an asshole.
Dude, I'm trying to think of other video game movies. Oh, Double Dragon. I was gonna say Double Dragon is what I was gonna say.
Double Dragon movie, fucking.
So you got Robert Patrick, you got a young Alyssa Milano with a gorgeous ass shot.
Is there Bimmy Lee? Remember
Bimmy
Bimmy
Lee?
There was
AKA The Crow, Stairway to Heaven.
But it was a fucking typo on the video game.
Yeah.
Bimmy.
So,
who the fuck is Bimmy when you finish the game? It was Bimmy.
Fight me, Bimmy. Am I in the wrong fucking terrorist compound? Or do I gotta go back and...
That Double Dragon movie was so fucking shitty. I'd rather watch Three Ninjas, dude.
What's wrong with Three Ninjas? You don't like Three Ninjas?
Not now. I tried to watch it. It's free on YouTube. The movie fucking sucks, dude.
Why did we like Three Ninjas so much?
Because they were kids. I think it was like the fantasy of us, like,
Being
dude,
Hulk
a
Hogan at
fucking
Thunder
kid
Island?
is a ninja. I want to be a ninja. But now I saw it now, dude, and I was like, can't take this shit. You know what movie I do love that is like old, and I hadn't watched this since I was like a kid, and I watched it now, and I was like, that movie's fucking great. Fucking thrashing, dude. Remember? That movie's great, dude.
That fool kicks him with the skateboard right at the end.
Fucking
That's the one where he
Red Hot
jumps the
Chili
freeway.
Red Hot Chili Peppers comes out.
Yeah.
But
Wasn't that a game?
No. Well, no. It was that's the Thrasher game. The skater dies, but that's not. It's not based on that. But in Thrasher, what's his name? Dude comes out as the main guy, the one from. What's his name, dude? The one from fucking from Goonies, dude. Yeah.
Corey Feldman.
No. The big guy, the older kid, dude. The one from like Men in Black now and shit.
Oh, Thanos.
Yes, it's him, dude.
Yeah.
He's the main. Shit. He's the main of Thrasher. He's the main guy.
Is he really?
He's like the surfer guy. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That movie's great. Anyways.
I'm just gonna touch on fucking Double Dragon for 1 second.
Yeah, no.
So, Double Dragon is the opposite, where they actually tried to do practical effects. They had a little bit of money to do like special effects, and for some reason they fucked it up. Like, I don't know why they fucked that game. A Bobo.
Well, but
did you remember a Bobo?
Both of the characters in the video game are well, I mean, I know they're like based on American whatever, but they're both Japanese. And one of them was American in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck?
And the other one was a Native American. No, he's a Native American.
So it was like a short circuit.
Yeah.
It was like a short circuit where the fucking what's his name? The Middle Eastern guy the Indian guy was played by a fucking white guy in brown face. And I love that movie, dude. But anyways.
Oh, we got away with so much shit that we can't get away with shit now. We can't do
Double Dragon, dude. Dude, those Police Academy movies. And then the races.
What was the Mexican equivalent of Police Academies with that guy that was always like having sex with ladies?
What the
A peludo, güey.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was a peludo,
Is
güey.
it like Juan Camanero or some shit?
Así, güey. Así estaba hablando. But
Oh
then-
yeah, I remember that. My mom used to be like, "Why the fuck do ladies like that guy?"
But there was like 12 of those movies, and they were like Mexican Police Academy.
Anyways.
Fuck that. We're
Double
not talking
Dragon.
about Sonic.
Double Dragon.
This is a strange fucking podcast.
Well, because we're going all over the place, doesn't matter. But Double Dragon movie, I think it's shitty now. I think the same as the other one. I liked it when I was a kid, but now I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was watching. Like, this is crap, dude. Because there's a lot of good things like from when I was a kid that are still good now, dude. Like Space Jam, dude. Like Space Jam is a good fucking movie. Good for kids, good for adults, and it's just like, yeah, I had fun with it. And dude, this had the best cameo from before Zombieland had the best cameo. And it was the same fucking guy, dude.
Bill Murray came in at
Bill
the last
Murray.
fourth quarter. 2 minutes left.
He does one play and he's
Call
tired.
in the fixer.
But he just fucking does one thing and then like he's retired. He's like, yeah, this is it. I retire on top. And he's all tired and shit. Well, I
Well,
mean,
you know, I know we touched on the Resident Evil ones when we did the Resident Evil retrospective.
no, Resident Evil movies, I like them, but
The
they
first two,
shouldn't be
right?
called. Yeah, they shouldn't be called Resident Evil. It should be something else because it doesn't follow anything except for like the zombies and the zombie dogs and Nemesis or whatever. Sometimes I don't even know, dude. Oh, an Umbrella Corps. But like that shit shouldn't be called Resident Evil movies because when they announced Resident Evil, dude, I straight up thought it was gonna be like that entrance that I showed in the other show. I straight up thought there was gonna be like a horror movie about, you know, a mansion. Like that would have been fucking badass. But no, they decided to go in the shit.
So okay, then this is where I was leading, just bringing this up. Do you feel like properties, intellectual properties, games, series have to be something like The Witcher now? Something like the way Castlevania is, something like the way, you know, where we kind of have to give it time to breathe.
Well, I think
We have to have like 6
yeah.
episodes, 12 episodes.
I think there's more way to show for people that don't like play the games. I think that that's a way to show more of the story. Because if you play the game, you obviously know the story, you know. But a lot of people, I don't know if you saw it, but like at the end of December or whatever, Witcher 3 was like one of the most downloaded games.
a 5-year-old game.
Because people watched Witcher, they were like, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
Based on a video game? Holy shit!" And
Which was based on some books.
and they went
Just in case you didn't know.
and they went to play that shit. So
Why does it feel so empty here? Usually we got all this shit.
no, wait, because we always have, but I don't have anything. The only video game thing that I have right now is Mega Man, dude.
What? There's video games all over this bitch.
Well, they're over there, dude. This
Alright,
this
anyway.
is the one we have here. Look, we have little Mega Man.
Look, so, so this is what I was. That's why I was getting into this thing. Like, I think we saw Sonic. He took his daughter. It was a great time. I got a monito out of the fucking claw machine. It was a fantastic day.
It was all dirty.
Yo, I got a dirty ass crow out of the fucking claw machine.
Which
First
is-
try. And it's like, damn.
I
like,
think that crow had been there since
and
1975.
I think it was the crow from Dumbo. The first time.
No,
they came
dude,
out.
don't even be saying that shit. And then you can't call them dirty crows because
What? Why? Because they're singing?
they're black.
Damn.
They cannot be dirty.
Well,
crows.
that got a dirty crow from the claw machine.
No,
Anyways,
when that Cinemark was open back when? Like in 2000 something, huh? 2000 and
no, that shit was open when I saw.
No,
Saw Street Fighter the movie there.
that was AMC. That was AMC.
where they had the weird roundabout.
There
in the middle.
wasn't Hooters there. Remember, it was like a hill, and then the top of the little hill, it was AMC theater,
Yeah.
dude. And they destroyed that shit to make Hooters and Cinemark.
Did you go to the KLAQ haunted house when it was there?
No. So
They did a good job of like making the
So
theater.
Cinemark was in that shit was open back in like 2004, 2005 was when Cinemark was. So I
the
think
big
that,
one, the badass.
So I think that crow has been there since since 2005.
16 years.
But anyway,
It had no name on it. It didn't belong.
so now
to
it's
like
all
a
badass
movie.
and shit. Cinemark is pretty cool. But and this is one of the smaller theaters. I think that Cinemark still is.
But I like this one a lot more than some of the other ones.
Tinseltown fucking sucks. I don't like it. It's always like, that's where it's like Grindhouse type. But now
They
this
saw Brotherhood of the Wolf there.
this Cinemark, pretty cool. They have those reclining seats and shit. Just
Anyway,
I love that shit. But
Sonic.
I'm just trying to talk about our experience.
So Sonic, and this is why I was bringing up stupid whatever. I think Sonic did a great job of being a capsule,
Do you think
2 hour.
You think it would have worked if
movie.
they had the other Sonic in there?
Absolutely not.
The one with
Absolutely
the
not.
the one with the
I think
teeth.
we really did
My wife had a theory.
a theater theory.
A theory.
My wife had a theater.
That's a new word. Spell that shit, kids. But she has this theory that they did it on purpose to get the buzz going on Sonic. Dude.
Well,
I kind of believe it, dude, because the turnaround time from when they said we're going to redo the whole movie with the new Sonic was like nothing.
3 months, right?
It was nothing,
6 months.
dude. It was like fuck. I don't even think it was 6 months. It was like super fast.
It was 3. It wasn't like 3 months.
And I think that they already had that shit going. They only had the fucking trailer with the old one. They only had it for like that's the only thing that they did with the old one. And it's pretty genius, dude, if you think about it, because it got people talking about Sonic, dude, which people never do. No matter what, Sonic is kind of like, yeah, he's big.
He was always the second fiddle to Mario.
But he's big with video gamers like us, you know. But for like regular people or kids now and shit, they don't give a shit about Sonic, dude. Like
Sonic's time has come.
You'll tell them like Sonic, and they'll be like Mario. Because they love Mario, you know? And I mean, I get it, but I do love Sonic. I was a Nintendo kid growing up, but to me, every time that I went to my cousin's house and he had the Genesis going on, dude, I wanted to play Sonic, dude. Sonic was like a cool fucking game, dude. So, I think that my wife has a point there with the whole, you know, like they did it on purpose, because this Sonic looks exactly like the Sonic is supposed to be, and there's a moment in the movie where he gets his shoes. That's fucking awesome, dude. I mean, it's like heartwarming and shit. And I don't think that part, dude, that scene wouldn't have worked with the other song. It wouldn't have.
With the snub nose, fucking
Human teeth Sonic, but
he looked like Gummo.
it wouldn't have worked, dude. It wouldn't have worked because literally Sonic puts the shoes on and you see that, dude. You see that, basically.
Shout out bootleg, shout out Met Syndicate for the worst fucking bootleg of all time.
Dude, you see that image, and with the other Sonic, you wouldn't have seen that image.
Let me give you a rebuttal to this.
Don't fucking do that!
I know your wife has professional knowledge of certain things, right? She has a career that she's involved with marketing, and
she's smart,
knows,
bro.
She knows better than B. And this is what I said.
You better be kissing her.
This is what I said. Hi. Oh, come on, guy.
Nah, I didn't look at it.
So, anyways, B to that is when I saw that they pulled the movie and they did edits and stuff, and they dropped like 30 million to fix it, right? Because they knew that it was getting such bad reactions that the fact that they threw money at it was when I said, I know that movie's gonna be good. Because they could have just flopped it, straight to DVD. Like, how many times has that happened that we've seen a movie?
I think that
it's been like blown out of the water.
But I do think that it's a diversion, though, because
shady hype.
Those 30 million that you're saying, dude, come on, there was already merch done for before.
It's still being sold.
Well, there's masks. There was a Halloween mask that I wanted to buy because it was $40, but it was the old Sonic.
All those little monitos that aren't really like intricate, cool ones of this film are the old.
But if you think
production.
about it, dude, it's a perfect marketing scheme, dude, because
I
made their money back and more.
I believe that. And it is, and you know, I'll safely say it before we go into review. Sonic is one of the best video game movies that has been made in the last 30, 40 years of video games.
Well, I think it works because they did that whole fish out of water, plot, which has been done a million times with other, not video games, but has been done with a bunch of other.
It wasn't just one cliche though. It was like 5 cliches. It was buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
Road trip movie.
Well, that's kind of how the fish out of water works, though, because like we were talking about it right now. Short Circuit does exactly like that. There's a point where, oh, what do I do? Then I find my friends, and I go with my friends, and we have a little fallout. Then we come back. And
it has
triumph.
a very classic storyline,
and this is perfect for kids.
which is why I think when people saw the bad hype, that Sonic looked like
Well, people
terrible.
People that like something, we're gonna go see it regardless.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Okay, so people that we're gonna go see it regardless. People that are fucking assholes that wanted it to fail, we're gonna go see it fail. So they added those people, and then people that were just curious when all the buzz came to this shit, they were like, "What is this Sonic movie? I'm gonna go see it." So they got a lot of people to go to the fucking theater, and at the end of the day, yeah, I don't see a lot of people saying this movie was great. Yeah, maybe us, but at least people that came out to the movie, they were like, "This is a good movie,"
They didn't shit on it.
we didn't like waste our money. So
I had a great time at Sonic.
I'm gonna buy the fucking Blu-ray.
I'm looking forward to a part 2, and let's just start getting into the real review of this fucking movie. So,
I thought we were already in.
no, we're discussing your wife's knowledge of this thing, and I personally think that when they threw the money at it to fix it is when I knew it was gonna be
My
a good
theatery,
movie.
her theatery.
They paid Jim Carrey a fuckload of money to be Jim Carrey and do classic
He
Jim
was fucking
Carrey.
funny, dude.
And you said, okay, and never at one point did I say like, I fucking hate Robotnik.
Point number 1, he was an asshole.
Robotnik was good.
Second point of that, he was a funny asshole.
He was fucking hilarious. He was old Fire Marshal Bill, Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey.
The mask.
He reached down into the old school, and you saw a classic form, and you said, okay, great, I love serious Jim Carrey.
Dude, and he looked good, man. He didn't look as old as I thought. Well, because he's old, dude. He's fucking old as fuck. But I think he looked good in this movie, man. Like,
I never wanted a fucking pencil brim mustache until I saw Sonic, and now I'm gonna start twisting that shit up to like a fucking hipster.
well, and he looks fucking cool at the end when he has a big ass fucking mustache and shit.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, but he looks funny, dude. And it works that they put it until the end of the movie because you're like, yeah, like he's turning into that, like.
So we're
He's
gonna
this
get to this
crazy
end of this
asshole.
movie right now. You said it. Spoiler alert. Beep, beep, beep. Do you think that
Sonic dies.
Do you think that Mushroom Kingdom, that fucking...
Yeah, it was Mario.
You think it's Mario?
Yeah, it is.
You feel like that's Mario? I feel like it's Mario. It has to be, right?
I think I had heard it from other, because he's basically taking a dig at it because he's saying like, there's this fucking place that's just called Mushroom, which is, yeah, the Mushroom Kingdom.
Because I don't remember a Mushroom Kingdom in any of the Sonic, and I played...
No, it's all
1,
Green
2,
Hill
3.
Zone. It's fucking...
I played fucking Sonic and Knuckles. I played the fighting game.
Chaotic.
Yeah, I played a variety of things. They're on Earth. They're on different planets, but never was it a mushroom planet.
No, and
Do you think it's gonna open up the door, not just to the Mario movie, but to a Smash Brothers thing?
No, I don't think that. I think they were just taking a dig, like that fucking. It was kind of hidden. I don't think it was like all straight up like this. Because no, I think that if they do a second movie, I think that Dr. Robotnik is just gonna find a way to play.
Of course.
And they're just not gonna mention shit like again. Maybe they'll mention like some other game or something. But I think that this is a very classic move of the 90s Nintendo versus Sega. Which is, remember, the slogan for Sega was Genesis does what Nintendo.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that that's a reference to that. It's not much of a reference to fuck Nintendo. It's more of a reference of, we had a competition going back in the day and people remember that.
Now, okay, you're talking about this old school nostalgia feeling. When I was watching Sonic, there was so much 90s things, comic books, movies, songs that he liked, things that were happening it was a modern time movie. but they were still playing Speed. You know, they were reading DC comics from like '91, like whenever Sonic
Well,
came
Sonic
out.
was, yeah.
So you know, I think
that was his form of entertainment.
they did such a great thing of making it into a dated feel to throw you into a 90s, but still, they never said what time it was. They never said it was 2020.
Well,
they never said it was 20.
I like that they make you feel bad too for Sonic at the beginning. Like they make you feel because when you play
He got an instant story.
when you play the games, when you play all these, he's kind of a show off. Which he is at the beginning. Remember, he's a little kid running around, and he's like, I can fucking run fast, you know.
Right.
But they bring him down, you know, like when he has to go and he can't like let anybody see him and shit. Which is cool, like that they're even fucking referencing the fucking New Jersey Devil, dude. You know, because they do the Blue Devil thing, which is like holy shit, like maybe the New Jersey Devil is like fucking Knuckles, but it has all these things where like you feel bad for Sonic instead of like being like look this fucking asshole, you know, like you feel bad for him, you feel for him, and then he has good chemistry with.
Yeah, they did a great job of making it a compelling story enough to attract your kids, attract your older fans. And like I said it right now, I think really it has to at least be in the top 15 of video game movies.
Well, and it has some
10.
of the coolest, like slow. Well, it's not slow motion.
Yeah,
it would be fast motion, but the scenes where he's
Highly-
traveling so fast that everything's super
highly
slow.
compare bullet time, which is what people reference to as a bullet time.
Which it reminded me a lot of the Quicksilver parts in X-Men.
And I think really it topped at least one or two of them. You know,
I was
the
like, I
first
don't
one
know.
was great.
I don't know if it topped the X-Men one, because that X-Men one where they're gonna die.
The first one was
and he fucking saves everybody.
That's
in
the
that
one where
part.
they're exploding.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
That one was
The
awesome.
one in Dark Phoenix was
That
whack.
one was just like a
Yeah.
rehash of the first
Yeah,
one.
but you know,
This one is the bar brawl that is happening, and that's the best one.
which they use instead of it being ugly violence and you know like kind of it being.
Well,
like,
and he didn't really like.
this is the moment in the 1970s where like the human hero would like sucker punch a dude and it would sound like John Wayne, like you know, like it took that away. It made it a fucking hilarious scene. I think that was great about this Sonic. It was funny, it was fast, it didn't make you feel like, oh, I have to watch the games, I have to like the games. It made you say, I felt like it was about to, you know.
Well, my daughter has never played the Sonic games, and after this movie, she wanted to play.
She
some
wanted
Sonic
to play a
games.
game. I mean, I think you know we're heading into a modern time where we're rehashing things 8, 9, 10 times.
Which, stay tuned this Sunday. I have a Sonic review. We haven't recorded it.
Wait, because 8, 9, 10 times because it has fallen out of the mainstream. Sonic fell out of the mainstream.
Yeah.
How many times has certain things fallen out? You watch it again. Oh, they're making new Godzilla.
But
They're making new whatever.
Sonic has. I think he has a pretty diehard fan. Like the ones that like Sonic, they like Sonic.
Well, tell that to the Dreamcast. You know, like
The
you know,
Dreamcast was good. What are you talking about?
they fucking failed it.
Sonic Adventure.
I
was
used
good.
to love the Dreamcast on with the fucking
The Sonic Adventure
with
was
the whale.
good. So it was better than the second one, but I think Sonic Adventure was like one of the one of the greatest fucking things that you've ever seen on screen from because you were jumping off from PlayStation and Nintendo 64, dude, and then you saw the graphics for Dreamcast and you were blown away, dude.
Yeah.
And Sonic Adventure is amazing to the day, dude. Is amazing, and you can buy that shit on Xbox right now. Dude. So, which is weird, you know, to see. That was when it became weird when you started seeing Sonic games in non fucking Sega platforms, like, and then now which the review that's coming up is for a game for Switch. For Nintendo, which was like, what? Sonic on Nintendo?
Right.
That's fucking weird, but it works. So, if it works, dude.
So stay tuned for the Sonic one if you're watching this pre-lated or you're watching it now.
Well, it's gonna come out Sunday.
Click
This
on the
one
next
comes
one.
out Thursday, which is tomorrow. Which,
Okay.
this is gonna be the fastest episode ever posted. And Sunday the review comes out, and then we have a few other things, a few other surprises. We're gonna make these 2 weeks, let's just say, Sega centric weeks. But anyways, so then when I saw this movie, I think I had a smile on my face. It wasn't like, oh, this is hilarious, but it was funny, and it was like, it had me smiling, dude. Maybe I wasn't like laughing out loud, but it was funny.
The characters, the wife was great. You know, even the cliche sister-in-law was hilarious.
The little girl.
There were so many different things that
the fucking
Robotnik's henchman,
the incompetent assistant.
Yeah. I mean, like, everything had these very old tropes.
Yeah.
That were played well.
You know what?
Was played well.
It was like an 80s movie.
Absolutely.
It was like an
You're
80s movie. It worked. It just worked. The CGI looked good. Sonic's hairs, which I was like scared of.
Not a single Chaos Emerald in the whole movie, so I'm pretty sure
that they're gonna bring that shit
Super
out.
Sonic.
They'll bring that shit out.
They have so much openings
because the Chaos Emeralds are basically just the Infinity Stones.
They're Infinity.
They are,
and they turn you into Super Saiyan.
That's exactly what. Yeah, it's just stealing shit.
They fucking stole from everybody, homie.
But spoiler alert: at the end of this movie, you see Tails.
You see Tails
looking for Sonic
all the way up until the second credits. You know.
No, you don't even have to stay that long.
No, you don't gotta stay till the last credit. You just the second. There's the first one, then the second one.
One thing I loved about this movie, well, afterwards, it's not in the movie, I guess, but in the end credits, is that they play the whole movie 16-bit style, like if you're watching the Sonic game, and it's the whole movie.
They added so much dimension to this film. I think really it was people who loved the game, put a little bit of effort into it. It came back with some negative reviews because that fool looked stupid, but they threw money into it. There was a genius marketing campaign.
I think people were afraid too because there's that Sonic game where he kisses a human girl, and that shit was just creepy and weird, and people were just like, I don't know if Sonic and humans work because
that
this
became
is a weird thing.
Such a big Reddit. That situation, because it was like all of a sudden there was like girls having Sonic babies.
Well,
then all of a sudden,
no, it was a DeviantArt.
Goku was having Sonic babies, and Knuckles and Batman were having babies. Those
DeviantArts of like sexual Sonic.
It's really strange. It was, but that game started a very strange. It awoke a lot of things in a lot of people.
But I think this movie did it right for kids.
Absolutely.
For adults.
Absolutely.
For whatever. So
where will you see a fucking podcast where me and this man agreed to such an extent on a film that could have failed?
It could have been the greatest disaster of 2020.
And we would have sit here laughing. And
I wanted to buy the mask of the old one and come out with that shit, but $40? No, sir. I already gave $40+ to the movie, so.
Genuinely, a good little film.
Yeah.
How many?
It has a heart.
Shoes with holes in them because you're running around like a hobo, do you give it out of 10?
But now I have a little bit of faith that like in movies like
in movies,
because I think like a Mega Man movie,
is that what you feel?
It could work like that too, because like this little boy like Pinocchio, but it's a robot, you know, living in the human world.
Well, totally it's Astro Boy.
Totally makes sense.
But he doesn't have a spoon.
It's the same. But like, I think
he's not as strong as
Astro Boy is like from the 50s, bro. this is a little... But I think it would work, and then like fighting the Mavericks, dude, that'd be fucking sweet. But anyway, I'm gonna give this movie, I'm gonna say, dude, 8.5 out of 10. Okay. I would almost give it a 9. Almost, dude. Only because...
What holds you back?
I'm trying to think of like.
You see, because as you're contemplating this,
I think it's that whole setup to the real adventure, which doesn't have to happen anymore in the second one. You know,
like just jump right into.
You can just jump right into the adventure part, because my favorite part was basically the second half of the movie. The first half, it was like heartwarming, and you were like, oh man, like poor Sonic and shit. Yeah. But I feel like that part. It took a little long to get there, but when it got there, dude, it fucking delivered. So to me, like an 8.5, almost a 9, Maybe I'll give it a 9 once I have it like on Blu-ray and shit, and I can just watch it.
If I watch it more than one time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like now, as right now, as we.
But you do want to watch it again.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I want to show it to my wife. I want to show it to other kids. You know, like this is a perfect movie to put like to a kid where you're like, have you seen something? And they're like, the kid is like, no. Let's watch it. Fuck it. Let's watch it. Because you'll enjoy it even watching it again.
As you were going back and forth between your rating, that's really what I was doing, internalizing myself, where I was saying, I want to give it a 9, but it seems too high.
Yeah.
I want to give it an 8, but it seems too low. Anything that's not a certain way feels disingenuous. Honestly, I love this film. I have not said a bad thing about this fucking movie to anybody. The one time I saw it made me want to see it again. I'm gonna give it a 9, just because I don't really have anything bad to say. The human characters were great. The CGI was just fantastic enough, and stupid enough, and funny enough, and a little bit that it does make me want to come back to a part 2. It does make me want to tell people, yeah, dude, go ahead and buy. Like you said, you want to show it to people, and I think that's the best thing of most art. Whether it's music, whether it's paintings, whether it's whatever, you want to show it to somebody else, and that's the true measure of art. I'm gonna give it a 9. Dirty old shoes out of 10, for sure. What's your rating?
8. Oh yeah, 8.5 tails.
8.5
out of the 2 he has.
Yeah.
The helicopter. I used to love Tails when it came out on the the first Sonic 2. When Sonic 2 came out and you saw that there was like this little fox. I was like, I want to be Tails.
You know what I really liked about Tails when we were playing?
He's the easy Sonic.
I always said, how is he as fast as Sonic? Sonic is the fastest creature alive, right? But Tails spins his tails like a propeller and goes faster as
if
he
you
runs.
wanted to finish the game easy, it's Tails. That's what it is. That's what Tails was brought for the little kids to like
To
to
switch
play
over?
it. Yeah, because Sonic, if he's falling, you're dead, bro.
Yeah.
And Tails can fly.
You press A.
So you just like fly, and then you're good. You can jump over like long gaps because you just fly. But we'll talk about that shit in the review.
All right.
Anyways, so with that said, I think we're gonna end up the podcast here. I think we talked about a lot of movies,
But we didn't talk about the upcoming Monster Hunter.
but there's one, the Monster Hunter. But there's one movie that I wanted to fucking talk about. That's video game
Oh no.
based on a manga.
Oh no.
The video game doesn't exist, but now there's a video game of it,
Okay.
and it's one of the best fucking video game movies ever. And that's Scott Pilgrim versus the World, man. That fucking movie is amazing, dude. I fucking love that movie. I watched that movie
Why do you love Scott Pilgrim? Tell me why.
What do you mean?
Tell me why you love Scott
all
Pilgrim.
the fucking, all the references there's in it. All the fucking, like, when he kills somebody, they turn into coin.
Yeah, it is the
The
direct.
music,
Okay.
dude, the fucking music in there. The real music, the Beck
recorded.
wrote, and the music from the video game, which Hana Managuchi wrote, which they're like a video game band, is amazing.
Did you
dude.
play the Scott Pilgrim?
I
game,
have
or-
it right there on that shit, bro. It's not on the thing, well, it's on the Xbox 360. It's in the bottom, but
Okay.
it's in there. We can play it in that
All
shit.
right.
But that video game,
The one where it's like,
it's like beat 'em up.
what is it? Like,
It's a beat 'em up.
did it come out for Game Boy?
No, this was only for Xbox 360, and unfortunately, you can't buy it anymore. There's no way to fucking like download it anymore because the license ran out on
Yeah.
that shit. So
It's
I
floating?
have an Xbox 360 with it on there, so we can play it.
Okay.
But they're trying to fucking get the license back so that they can re-release it for like it'd be perfect for Switch.
Yeah.
So I think that that's one of the best movies about video games where
Okay.
like you see, you know, like gauges, like when he's peeing, you see the pee gauge going down, like shit like that. That's amazing. They use a lot of like Zelda references, Mario references. They use a lot of.
You know, really, what I took from, I guess that Scott Pilgrim game is that it felt a lot more like River City Ransom. I know you did Ransom
that's
Girls.
from the same. That's from the same.
From the
people.
same developers.
Yeah, the ones.
Oh, shit.
The ones that did the River City Girls.
Yeah.
They're the same ones that did the.
Okay,
fucking-
then now for sure.
That's why it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So, with that said, let's end it here. So, if you want to follow us at Night Trap Podcast,
Like, subscribe, and share, please. We're trying to get the numbers up. For some reason, our algorithm fell off. We were going 100. We were going.
I think it was because of the slowdown of the holidays.
I don't know what happened, but Yo, if you love us, if you love what we do, please share us. Please tell your homies.
We're getting back up. We're gonna try.
We're doing the 2 episodes a week now.
We're gonna try to have
We got sick. It was our birthday. Sorry.
some stickers, some merch.
Yeah.
We're
We're trying to start the Patreon. We'll send you a sticker. We're trying to get a new game system up here because he wants to do some crazy stuff. He just wants a mic stand. So we're just gonna do some wild shit. Buy a sticker.
But dude, I'm gonna try. I was gonna try to maybe. If we can do somebody like that can submit some art or some shit,
Yeah.
and we can make it into a T-shirt.
Okay.
And if we sell that T-shirt, we can even pay the artist that made it for us, and we'll get some of that sweet money.
So Night Trap podcast contest, art contest, baby.
So with that said, I love Sucio. At Night Trap podcast, fucking follow us, subscribe, like, and even dislike. Dude, I saw some people dislike our shit. Fuck yeah.
That's what I wanted.
So
I'm glad they
it
disagree.
might have been me. I'm just kidding. I'm like, where are the videos? Get it, bitch. Anyways, with that said, we'll see you next time.
Stay sweet, don't change. Have a great summer. Keep in touch.
Later, bitches.
Peace.